The Galactic Military Academy's combat arena had hosted thousands of duels across its long history. It had seen armored titans clash, psionic prodigies shatter stone with thought alone, and warlords prove their worth before the galaxy's watching eyes. But never, never had its crystalline walls trembled with something so raw, so primal, as the moment Cadet Melissa Chen stepped onto the blood-stained sand. 3 cycles earlier, she had been unremarkable. Just another human among hundreds of alien cadets. Humans were categorized as mid-tier, stubborn, adaptable, emotionally volatile, but physically unexceptional. The Krillian instructors tolerated them. The elegant Zetherians ignored them. The massive Gorvak warriors barely acknowledged their existence. That changed when they hurt Barris. Barris Cathara was a Lyrian, one of the smallest species at the Academy. Barely 4 feet tall, with a delicate bone structure and luminescent skin that shifted color with emotion, Lyrians possessed no claws, no armor, no enhanced strength. Their species had survived not through war, but through intellect. They were the galaxy's greatest engineers, technicians whose minds could reshape civilizations. Barris was brilliant. He could redesign a starship's engine core in his sleep. He was also kind, and he had been Melissa's best friend from the first day they arrived at the Academy, 2 outsiders who found comfort in each other's company. The trouble began when Cadet Thurk Voss took interest in Barris's latest project. Thurk was Gorvak nobility, 8 feet of muscle-plated skin, and inherited authority. His family controlled 3 star systems and believed that anything valuable naturally belonged to them. Barris's invention, a revolutionary shield harmonic system, had the potential to redefine defensive warfare. Thurk decided it would look better with a Gorvak name attached. Barris refused. Politely, calmly. Respectfully, Thurk responded with violence. Melissa found Barris in the medical bay hours later. His bioluminescent skin flickered erratically between pain, white, and fear gray. 3 of his 6 arms were broken. His breathing apparatus was cracked. But the worst damage lay unseen. His primary neural interface, the organ that made Lyrians such gifted engineers, had been deliberately crushed. "The bones will heal," Dr. Nixol said gravely, her insectoid features tight with anger. "But the neural damage, it may be permanent. He might never engineer again." Barris looked up at Melissa, eyes shimmering with broken dreams. "I told them," he whispered in his musical voice, "that you were my friend." Later, Thurk laughed openly in the mess hall. He said humans were too weak to protect anyone. That night, Melissa filed a formal challenge. Single combat. To the death. The Academy erupted in disbelief, a human challenging a Gorvak. The betting pools opened within minutes, 500 to 1 against the human cadet. Faculty debated intervention. Students filled the galleries. Thurk accepted publicly, amused. "I will make it quick," he announced. "Your friend won't have to watch you suffer long." Now the moment had arrived. The arena was packed with cadets from dozens of species, most expecting a short, brutal spectacle, a reminder of why humans should know their place. Melissa stood alone at the center, her breathing steady, her expression unreadable. Across the sand, Thurk entered through the opposite gate. His massive form cast long shadows beneath the arena lights. Fresh clan markings marked his armored hide. His ceremonial war claws gleamed as he raised his arms, drinking in the crowd's approval. "Any last words, little human?" he bellowed. Melissa said nothing. For 3 days she had not trained her body. She had trained her mind. She had lived in the Academy archives, studying Gorvak biology, respiratory systems, neural structures, pressure points, weaknesses no Gorvak ever believed a lesser species would bother learning. The combat bell chimed. Thurk charged. He moved like a freight train, inevitable, overwhelming. At the last possible instant, Melissa rolled aside. His momentum carried him past her, claws tearing through empty air. She struck, not with fists, not with weapons. Her fingers pressed precisely into a nerve cluster at the base of his neck. Thurk roared, spinning, swiping with claws that could rend steel. But Melissa was already gone. She moved like flowing water, always just beyond reach, delivering controlled strikes to joints, nerve centers, pressure points. The crowd's cheers faded into confused murmurs. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. "Stand still and die with honor," Thurk bellowed, his breathing beginning to roughen. "Honor?" Melissa spoke for the first time, her voice cutting through the arena. "You crippled someone who couldn't fight back. You destroyed his future because he wouldn't give you his work. Where was your honor?" She struck again, a precise blow to his solar plexus. Thurk gasped, his respiratory rhythm broke. Gorvak lungs required a specific pattern under stress. Without it, their massive bodies turned against them. "Humans don't win through strength," Melissa said, circling him. "We win because we adapt. We learn. We endure." Another strike, this one to the nerve cluster controlling his dominant arm. His left claw went numb. "And when someone hurts those we love." She moved again. Thurk collapsed to one knee, breathing shallow, panic replacing arrogance. The arena fell silent except for his labored gasps. "We become something you never expect." He looked up at her, fear now naked in his eyes. "What are you?" he whispered. Melissa knelt close, her voice meant only for him. "I'm a human who loved her best friend," she said quietly. "That makes me the most dangerous thing in this galaxy." She stood and walked away. The crowd sat frozen as Thurk remained on his knees, alive, broken, and utterly defeated. His reputation lay in ruins, scattered across the sand with the shattered assumptions of an entire academy. Later, in the medical bay, Barris's skin glowed a soft gold, the Lyrian color of gratitude and love. "The doctors say my neural interface might heal after all," he whispered. "But even if it doesn't, thank you. You showed them what humans really are." Melissa squeezed his uninjured hand gently. "I didn't show them anything," she said. "They could have learned it from watching you." Outside, the academy buzzed with a new understanding. The betting pools were closed, the odds forgotten. In a single afternoon, the galaxy learned a lesson it would never forget. Humans were not dangerous because they were strong. They were dangerous because they chose who to love. And once they chose, they never stopped protecting them.